Hello there, and welcome back to Factorio. So, last time when we first started, we got a nice little setup going on here, where we got our power and our labs going. So, for this episode, what we're going to try and do is we're going to set up some copper and iron drills that will all funnel into a single set of furnaces. Then the plates from those furnaces will be taken to some assembly machines, which we'll use to make some red science packs. So we're going to try and bust out all the red science research in this particular episode. So let's get started. We're going to need a lot to do this. First things first, copper. So we can make our drills. Do we need more than that? That might be enough. Grab some coal, fill that back up. No reason not to. Come back to that a bit later. How much iron do we got here? Decent amount. So, where to set up then? I'm gonna go ahead and make all 6 of those. So unfortunately, it looks as though best possible place would be over here, since we can get both. But I don't know if there's any aliens over there. So we're gonna go take a look. Because if there are aliens, then standing up there is gonna be dangerous if I don't get some defenses up fast. And considering I don't have any turrets to make yet, it's not gonna end well. So, let's see what we can see. It's definitely a nice size. So far, this bottom half looks clear. And then what we can do is funnel it over to that coal there on the left. So it looks like this spot's actually pretty good. Nothing nearby yet, so that definitely works in our favor. So, how do we want to do this? 1, 2, 3. We'll do 3 of each. Just keep it nice and even for now. This we can do this way. 1, 2, 3. Now the only problem will be getting electricity out here, but we can worry about that in a second. Gonna need more wood as well. Grab a bit of that on our way back. Make some electric poles. Okay, with this iron, hopefully that'll be enough. We're gonna probably have to come back for more iron, but let's see what we can do with this. And get some wires going. Just bring them across like this. Try and get as much distance between them as possible. Almost got our electricity going. Alright. So now all of our drills are at the ready. Now it's just a matter of setting it up where we need them to go. So the coal will come in from this part, and both can grab from the middle. And then we'll have the iron and copper ore come in on the outside. So let's get the iron going first. Yeah, we're gonna need more than that. Clean up our wires some. Now we just need to close the gap. this is enough. And there we go. So now that gives us more iron to go. So that'll come all the way down here. And be picked up by this. Alright, so now we have a drill for the coal, our 3 drills over by the iron, and a nice steady supply of iron plates. So now the question is, how many furnaces do we need per drill so we can keep this efficient? Generally I've done about 2 per drill, and that seems to work well. So since we have 3, we'll probably want 6 furnaces per side. So let's go ahead and put down 3 more. And we'll see how that works. And now we need more copper. It's a good thing I put some more in there earlier. It's gonna come in handy now. Now, with this setup, we can use these long-handed inserters to bring out the iron plates over here along the back. And we can use that to then move all the plates down to some factories. Now, before we do that, I'm going to make some more science packs here so we can research another thing. That we are going to need very soon, which is going to be some underground transport belts, which will allow us to maneuver easier around obstacles such as the poles. So this is what we're looking for, the underground belt. As well as the fast inserter comes in handy pretty soon as well. And that takes 20, not 10. Alright, we have our 10 extra science. And there we go. So we can leave that running while we go back over this way and work on getting our copper set up now. Perfect. Now we have access to the underground belts. So it looks like even 6 of these going is still not quite enough to keep up, but that's okay. Doesn't hurt to have some excess. So now for the final steps to get our assembly machines going. So now that we are using a lot more power, we're going to have to keep a better eye on how much we're able to make. Steam engines, as it says there, generally can make a max of about 500. So right now we're using about 2 steam engines worth. So once we add these other machines, we're probably going to need to add more steam engines. These don't take too much, only about 100 apiece. Not in a bad situation just yet. I'm thinking that we'll set up between the base back here and all the supplies. Get it going right here in this nice big open space. It'll take a little bit to transport stuff over here, but having all this open space here, a little closer to the base, and the power will be nice. So there's a bit less running between. So let's figure this out. So we know we want science packs. So we're going to need copper plates and iron gears. So the iron gear assembly machine generally goes very quickly. So we can generally only need one of those, and that can take care of the rest of the machines for a while. Unless there's one that eats it up fast. But the science packs takes a while to make. So generally you only need one iron going. Then we can just set these up here. I think 4 will do for now. That way we're not stressing out too much on the copper. So we'll have a long handle inserter that'll grab iron from over here. We will have a fast inserter that will take the iron gears and place them on this belt. And then we'll just have the copper coming along this side. So the iron will come in here, it'll go into the iron gear machine. The iron gear machine will put out gears on this track. These inserters will pick it up, put them in here. Then our copper will come along this track. And we're going to need more poles, which means more wood. And then what we'll do is have these long handled inserters take out the red science packs, and they'll put them on this rail, or this transport belt. And that will go all the way back to our labs, which we could move over here. So now, the final step in this process is going to be to bring our plates all the way down and up, which is where we'll need some of the underground belt. Go ahead and put that there. So this will be for our iron. Okay, so the iron track's ready to go. Now we just have to add some long-handed inserters back over here to take out the iron plates and set them there. That'll also allow this to keep going so it won't stop once it reaches 100. So this won't get us backed up. Now we have a complete transport belt for our copper as well. So now we just gotta finish the chain back up here. And voila. Now once the copper gets down here, we should start making research packs, which we can then put into our research or our labs. Let's go ahead and pick these up. Move them a bit closer. Now that we have more science packs being made at the ready, we can make more labs as well, faster than just having 2. Alright, now we have 2 more labs, so we've pretty much doubled our speed when it comes to research. Make a couple more inserters, and as you can see our power is getting very close to 1.5, fluctuating back and forth. So what we're going to do, set up our lab, get the research flowing in. Now, the 2 things we're really looking for right now are going to be automation 2 to get the second assembling machine, and turrets. So we're going to go ahead and go for the more expensive one first. And while that's going, we'll go ahead and work on expanding our power supply. The other thing to worry about, and the reasons I want to go for turrets next, is our pollution. So it's flickering on the edges there, which means it's getting ready to expand. So if we let that sit there unchecked, we could have problems much sooner than later. So to expand this, we're going to have it go up this way. So we'll need more pipes, 3 more engines, 5 more boilers. Now see, when this happens, when the satisfaction turns yellow, that means that there's more demand than there is production. Our production's maxed out at 1.4. We need more than that right now, which is why these things are going crazy. And there we have electronics, which will allow us to get automation 2, which takes a lot. But with our 4 labs, it won't take too long to get. So that gets this going. But to really make this effective, we want each of the boilers working. So we need 5 inserters, long-handled ones. I'll grab the coal from these ones and pass it to this. So it creates a nice passing system. These will get coal, which passes to this, passes back, back, back. And then once the back is full, then it stops passing. So it works its way back up until everything's full. Which is why you can't expand too much or else it's constantly passing coal back, and the front will never have anything. So 3 is generally good enough, but we will need more power eventually. Luckily, we have other power sources, such as solar panels, though those are much less effective. Alright, so now we should have plenty of power for a while again. We've doubled our power capacity, and it looks like we're barely using 1.5 right now. So that's good. Our coal machine's able to keep pumping out enough to keep this well fed. Our radar's pumping along, keeping things nice and revealed. So we're just about done for this episode. The last thing we're going to do is, after automation finishes, we're going to first upgrade all of these to the new machines because they're faster. And then secondly, we're also going to research turrets. And I'll save building the turrets for next time, because that'll be our focus for the next episode, is setting up defenses. So that way, when we get attacked, we'll be ready. And as you can see, compared to automation, turrets is being made much faster. Voila. While I'm upgrading these machines real quick, I guess we can research something else. So what would be best? Walls is generally a good idea, but military also gives us access to new guns, which we don't need yet because we're not going out anywhere, but it doesn't hurt to get out of the way now. So the second level, the blue assembly machine, crafts at 0.75, whereas the normal one only crafts at 0.5, so it's faster, which means more things will be made, and things will go not pile up as much, though we're producing a lot more than we're using right now, so obviously it's going to pile up. Go ahead and grab walls. Walls are good because obviously they have to either attack the walls or go around them. So setting up walls around your turrets can be helpful to keep them alive longer. And I've even tried, though I don't know how successful it is making little mazes in front of the turrets that will cause them to have to try and scurry through that. So it might slow them down a bit, get them stuck in there trying to get to the turret. Boom, bada, bing, bada, boom. And the nice thing about slamming those down is they gave us the old ones back. They don't just disappear. So we can use those for other things. So, I would say we pretty much accomplished what we set out to do in this episode. We got a nice setup for our copper and iron going to furnaces that are now funneling over to some assembly machines to get us what we need done, which is, for now, red science packs. So, we made good progress today. I think next time our 2 goals will be to pump out as much of the red science research as possible, so we don't have to worry about that for the rest of the game. And we will also try and set up defenses around our base so that we don't have to worry too much about being attacked. And then, depending on how long that takes, we might also set up machines to make the green science packs so we can start doing the more advanced research. But we'll see. That might be too much for one episode. Anyways, thank you for taking the time to watch this. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. If you didn't enjoy it, I appreciate all feedback. If you have any suggestions for me for either the game or anything else, I appreciate them. If there's anything specifically you want to see me do, let me know. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.